I don't get paid enough for this. Definitely shouldn't be here. Bad dream? Here. Sheepy Time is a racing, open drafting, and push your luck game released in 2021 and designed by Neil Kimball with art by Zoe Planey. The goal is to race your dream sheep around the track, helping someone, somewhere to fall asleep and earning the most Z's. Watch out for those nightmares, though. To set up, place the main board in the middle of the table with the fence token between spaces 1 and 10 and place the scoreboard and pillow reference card based on player count nearby. Shuffle the dream tiles into a face-down stack and then reveal the top 6, placing the first 2 next to the 5 and 10 spaces on the main board and the other 4 near the scoreboard to form the market. Choose one of the nightmares and place the reference card for it nearby and the nightmare token in the center space of the main board. Shuffle the nightmare cards into the sheep cards and place the deck near the board. Each player chooses an available color and takes the corresponding sheep, wink, pillow, and 10 Z tokens. The wink and pillow tokens are placed on the scoreboard at the 0 and 40 spaces respectively. Whoever went to sleep earliest the previous night is the first player and takes the first sheep token. Get snoozing! In Sheepy Time, players are the Dream Sheep, benevolent beings racing around a track and leaping fences in an effort to offer somnambulant aid. But they must be wary of the nightmares lurking in their realm who threaten a rough and rude awakening. The game is played over a variable number of rounds which are broken down into a racing phase and a resting phase. At the start of the racing phase, all players draw 2 cards from the deck into their hand. Then, beginning with the first sheep and going clockwise, each player takes a turn by playing a card face up and resolving it, which usually has their sheep moving spaces down the track starting at the 1 space, but can also provide them with winks moving up the scoreboard and Z's, which they can add to dream tiles for additional abilities. They may then resolve a dream tile if they have both ended their movement next to it and have a Z token on it. If they cross the fence, they gain 5 winks and may choose to call it a night and retire from the round, cashing in those and any other winks they have. If they stay in the round, they draw back up to having 2 cards in hand. If, while drawing cards, even at round start, any nightmare cards are drawn, then those cards are resolved immediately. This will have the nightmare taking an action, which is usually moving around the board. If they ever enter the same space as a sheep during their normal move, or a sheep ends their move on the nightmare space, the sheep becomes scared and the token is laid down. If they are scared a second time, then they wake up and lose all winks for the round. If the nightmare manages to cross the fence, then all remaining sheep wake up. Once all sheep in the round have either called it a night or woken up, the resting phase has players compare whoever's wink token progressed furthest, which has them reduce their pillow token down the track based on their comparative placement. The player with their pillow token at the highest number on the track takes the first sheep token and may choose to add a new dream tile from the market to the board, followed by each other player in clockwise order. Then all wink tokens are reset to 0, all cards are shuffled back into the main deck, and a new round begins. If at the start of the resting phase, any player's wink token has passed their pillow token on the score track, the game ends immediately and that player wins. If multiple players have passed their pillow, then the furthest along wins, with further ties broken by most winks gained. Anyone else thinking nap time? My primary complaint? There should be more nightmares. I realize this is an odd thing to say as, ostensibly, an intelligent being observant of the world around them. My overwhelming disappointment and burgeoning ennui are frankly incalculable, I jest. And yet, I am haunted by the lack of opponents/challenges beyond the initial 3. Imagine the possibilities. The shadow of inadequacy. The specter of imposter syndrome. The gloom of failing as a parent. The Hamlet's ghost of performing stand-up with no pants while studying for the MCAT in front of an auditorium of well-dressed koalas who all laugh like Janice from Friends. You know, the usual. Apart from my truly Lynchian nightmares, I'm always game.